Good morning, friends. Welcome to the SBI Securities morning podcast. Today, we will cover what happened during the weekend and the key updates on recently concluded G20 meet in Delhi. So, moving on to what happened on Friday in US market. On Friday, US market ended with a mild gain, and today Asian markets are trading soft. The reason for Asian market trading soft is the US CPI data, which is inflation data, which is due on Wednesday. So it is expected that inflation in US economy is likely to increase by 3.6% year over year, and that this data will be one of the key data points for upcoming US Fed meeting, which is scheduled on 20th of September. However, the street is approaching the US Fed meeting with an expectation that US Fed may continue to maintain the rate in the month of September. However, there is a 50% probability that rates may be increased in the upcoming November meeting. At the same time, the US bond yield has increased slightly. 10-year bond yield has increased slightly on Friday. Coming to the GIFT Nifty today is trading flat as of now. Moving on to what happened in the G20 meeting from an equity market perspective. So basically, two key takeaways from the G20 summit was focus on renewable energies. So we have seen there is an announcement of global biofuel alliance wherein it has been decided that the blending of ethanol with petrol will be gradually increased to 20% in many countries. Coming to India, as of now, the India is blending around 11% of the ethanol in the petrol, and India is targeting to blend 20% blended petrol sales by 2025. As of now, the demand of ethanol in terms of quantity is around 440 crore liter, and by 2025, if this blending ratio increases to 20%, we may see the demand for ethanol increasing to 800 crore liter approximately. So this was the one key takeaway from G20 meeting. Another key announcement in G20 meeting was economic corridor between India, Middle East and Europe. So this economic corridor has been announced as an alternative to China's CPEC or OBOR economic corridor. So one thing we have to keep in mind is that this corridor has just been announced. At the same time, there is no further details available how this corridor will pan out, what will be the investment required, and how many years it will take to successfully run this economic corridor. However, it is very clear that for this economic corridor to be successful, the two key mode of transportation will be railways and waterways. So we may see some infrastructure development on railway front across this corridor. At the same time, some ports and shipping infrastructure will be required in addition to the existing infrastructure which is present in this belt. So these were the two key takeaways from the G20 meeting. Moving on to the outlook on Indian equity market. So we have covered most of the thing in the weekly wrap. However, one thing we have to keep in mind is that market closed on a positive sentiment, and Nifty was trading convincingly about 19,000 above 19,600 levels on during the week, and this has led to the positive sentiment on large cap side. So definitely we may see some continuous buying on large cap side, and it may be possible that we may hit all-time high during this week. But at the same time, one has to keep in mind that as we approach the fag end of the week, we may see some cautiousness due to the upcoming US Fed meeting and the special parliament session which is scheduled on 18th of September. One has to keep in mind that today we may see some positive reaction in the railway stock based on the new economic corridor announced during the G20 meeting. But one has to be very cautious and keep booking profit in all these companies, as not much details are available about the infrastructure required for this corridor and how much contract or how much benefit Indian railway companies will get out of that. Moving on to the another key development. So on IPO front, there are two IPOs which we list today. One is Rishabh Instrument and another is Ratnavir Precision. So both these for both these IPO, we have a subscribe rating for a long-term investor. In addition to that, we may see some key corporate action which we have covered in the weekly podcast. One of the key action which I would like to highlight is the bonus issue from Power Grid. So Power Grid has announced 1:3 bonus issue, and the record date for the same is 12th of September. So somebody who is buying that stock today will be eligible for the bonus issue. uh, that's all for the day, and good day. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.